Welcome back to Expert Emerald. In this episode, we gonna beat our dad. Mateo's a little busy right now, so here is Combat Lobster to fill in as our +2, I suppose.
Hey!
How you doing, Combat Lobster?
Doing great. See, we're doing some sick wigglies.
Oh, hex yeah, hex yeah. Are you big on Pokemon by any chance? Emerald in particular?
Yeah, I used to play a lot of Gen 1 and Gen 2. I played Gen 3, but I don't remember hardly any of it. And the last Pokemon game was like Diamond or Pearl.
Pretty decent games, but I would definitely recommend some of the new ones. As always, they are a very, very good time if you've got a 3DS on you. Anyways, here I am in the desert catching a whole bunch of desert mons. A couple of these, you do get in the vanilla game as well. Although one particular Pokemon we do run into here, Aipom, for some reason seems to set off this game like nobody's business. Like a really horrible audio glitch occurs anytime you see Aipom, so...
Oh, can I talk about Cacnea for a second?
Yeah, please do.
Cacnea is really cool. It's the equivalent of, James's, I can't remember the name of the Pokemon, I feel terrible.
Is it Victory Bell?
Victory Bell, yes. Cacnea becomes the replacement for Victory Bell in that Cacnea hugs James every time it comes out of the Pokeball and it hurts him.
You know, just talking about James in the anime, out of all the, characters in that show, I'd say James is actually, one of the best trainers. Like, he actually, clearly loves and takes care of his Pokemon, in spite of his criminal ties.
And for the most part, they love him back.
He's a guy that just fell on hard times. And he also had a very, very, very controlling arranged marriage. That's canon, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was weird episode, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
With implications in it. Uncomfortable implications.
And Jessie was just, so poor that she had to eat snow, so she joined Team Rocket.
That's kind of sad more than anything when you really think about it. But,
It is. It's very tragic circumstances.
Anyways, what we grabbed just there were a pair of fossils, which will allow us to regenerate ourselves some fossil Pokemon. And getting...
I like that you learned Dig just so you didn't have to walk back out of the cave.
Yeah, that I did. You've spotted my strategy here. This does beg the question, though, how exactly does this work, considering we've been going up a tower? Surely if we dig, we'd just fall to the floor beneath us.
You dig through the walls.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that kind of take out the structure of the building?
Hey, don't think too hard about it, because if you do, it's gonna fall apart, and this entire tower won't be much of a tower anymore.
Well, that's just it. It's the Mirage Tower. It has, a chance of, It actually has, a percentage chance of not even appearing, so...
Maybe it's just a dune hill. That noise! That horrible glitchy noise. That was,
I'm gonna do my best not to use Aipom. But anyways,
you had a chance here to... Oh, hello.
Hello, to bust out some sweet editing tricks.
Oh, yes, of course.
And do 3 evolutions in one.
Not just 1, not 2, but 3 evolutions!
I was gonna talk about Metang there. You could have totally gone, Megabyte, Gigabyte, Terabyte.
Oh shit, that was great.
Oh
well.
That would have been so good. Well,
I mean, you could still rename it to, Petabyte and then Exabyte.
I didn't even know that... What even is an exabyte? I know what a petabyte is. That's
An exabyte is 1,024 petabytes, if I remember correctly.
That's way, way more than anything the human brain has inside it, isn't it?
It's lots of Googles.
Jesus Christ, wow.
Lots of internet.
That's a lot of internet.
Here is all of the internet. So here's a cool thing. All these scientists are actually foreshadowing features that appear in later Pokemon games. One of them's talking about a device that lets you recreate dreams, which is the dream mechanic from Gen 5. One of them talks about communicating with Pokemon, which ties into the Rotom Dex. So...
Oh, well, actually, apparently, this is in 2013, so, Apparently it's some total of data held by all big online storage and service companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Facebook. Estimates are that the big four store at least 1,200 petabytes between them.
Christ, that's a lot.
And that's in 2013.
Yeah, wow.
So, I'm assuming we have gotten to...
Just so much more than that now.
That point. We've gotten to exabytes. Oh, here we go. It has been said that 5 exabytes would be equal to all the world's words ever spoken by mankind.
Oh, Jesus! Wow. Gee, sweet criminy. Well, anyways, we've restored some Pokemon through fossils. It's now time for us to go beat our dad.
I love Fratricide.
The gym seems a lot more complicated than it did when we were here earlier.
Wait, no, that's not Fratricide, it's Patricide. I'm getting my Greek prefixes mixed up.
I do love those. I love using "iside" as a suffix for all different types of contexts. But anyways, going through the gym here, you've got a whole bunch of different normal type trainers, all rocking normal type Pokemon. So unless you do have a fighting type or a rock/steels type for resistance purposes, this gym can actually be pretty goddamn tough.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the original game, it was also really tough anyway, so...
It's even harder here, as you can imagine.
Yeah, I can imagine. But Colonel Sanders is gonna mop the fuck up.
Gonna bust out a double down.
Well, that's the best thing. Colonel Sanders now has Reversal, which is a great move, which does more damage when your health is lower.
Ah.
So you can really spin that in your favor, actually.
Going with the intentional handicap.
Yeah, something like that. In fact, a common strategy for Blazikens back in Gen 3 was, give it a Salak Berry, which increases its speed when it gets to low health. Use Endure on a move that you know is going to one-hit KO you, so you end up at 1 HP. So now you're at 1 HP, your speed has been boosted, and now you're just going to instantly one-hit kill everything with Reversal. So long as it doesn't, outspeed you with a priority move or something, but... Yeah, that was definitely a way to play. Nowadays, Blaziken just naturally speeds itself up with every turn, though, so you can really cheese the game with it. In fact, it is banned in most, competitive environments. Alright, so, beating a few more normal trainers here.
I think that just proves that Pokemon was never really meant to be played competitively, because imagine if you had a fighting game where, a third of the cast was banned.
I think the idea...
I don't know exactly how many Pokemon are banned from tournaments, but I know it's it's a decent amount.
There are
probably
there are a few that I would consider are oversights because they do get with each generation. A lot of Pokemon do get reworked and their stats do get tweaked a bit. So yeah.
Dad, don't embarrass me, jeez.
No, you shut the fuck up, Dad.
I'm a real Pokemon trainer.
This isn't just a phase, Dad.
Alright, so remember how I said people... You remember how I said people who use Blissey are arseholes? Fuck you, Norman!
Oh dear.
Just fuck you! I'm divorcing you, you're not my dad anymore. Because you use a goddamn Blissey. And what's worse, the Blissey uses Minimize, making itself impossible to hit. So I actually have to use Taunt quite regularly to stop this battle from being unwinnable. And if I could go on a further rant from there, people who use Chanseys or Blissies online in Pokemon games and use Minimize, I hope you get set on fire at some point in your lives. Because you're the worst.
I hope your Blissies get caught on fire, and you get caught on fire too. You're a terrible person.
Your Blissies, your 3DSs, and then yourselves. That is the precise order. Goddamn, it's agonizing. Thankfully, the bright side is because he does have a Blissey out, and Blissey is way more defensive than anything else. You can kind of focus all your attacks on its partner, just hoping that it doesn't minimize too much just to make the game you know, permanently unwinnable.
That's what Swift is for.
But that's just it. None of my Pokemon really have Swift. And Swift does very, very little damage, especially to a Blissey who has all the health in the world.
Or just use one-hit KO moves because they have terrible accuracy anyway.
I think from Gen 3 onwards, one-hit KO moves only work against Pokemon who are equal to or lower in level than you. I think. I'm not 100%.
Really?
Yeah, I think they added in that limitation.
I don't think that's how it worked in Gen 3.
Maybe it's just in the newer games, but...
I think it's Gen 4 and on, because I don't remember that being a thing in Gen 3. I don't really know, and I don't really feel like I want to look that up.
I might consider one-hit KO moves for later in this ROM hack, because the game does pull some BS out there. Anyways, what I'm using right there is a blue flute. I did a little bit of walking around that route with all the ash, and made myself some flutes, so I can now cure the more annoying and rarer status ailments.
Haha. Oh, snap. Colonel Sanders, no.
Yeah. Well, this would be a bad thing if not for reversal!
Oh, here we go.
This is actually going to work out in my favour.
Colonel Sanders is about to dish out 11 herbs and spices, and all of them are pain.
I like it. Very nice, very nice.
I'm gonna pressure cook your face.
Just got to cross my fingers and hope that, you know, you don't get mullered before that can happen. So, there goes Spinder, who I kind of love it because it just seems like a little drunkard to me. Just a drunk Pokemon. Here comes the big man. Big boy Slacking is in the house.
That's a dad Pokemon right there.
That is a very dad Pokemon. But,
Why is Chunky Kong in this game?
well, Slacking, its gimmick is basically that it is as powerful as a legendary. It is one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, really hard to kill, especially when you're fighting Norman in the actual Emerald. Even there it's really hard. But it can only attack once every other turn, and for as strong as it may be, it cannot take a fully powered reversal to the face. Nothing can, really.
And Zangoose is also one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game.
What is, sorry?
Zangoose is ridiculously powerful.
It's got decent attack, but its defenses are pretty trash.
It's got super high speed, it's got good attack, and you just slap
Choice Band?
return on it.
Or return works
You
too, yeah.
slap return on it, and it will just roll everything. And I mean, it also learns a really good type coverage. Moves.
I never really used Zangoose that much. I never figured it for being that strong, but I guess I'll look into him.
One of my friends, I think it was Black and White, he played, and he figured out that Zangoose, was the only Pokemon that could just completely solo the entire Elite Four and the champion.
Wow, dang.
Yeah, Zangoose is super powerful.
Well, not when I hit it with an earthquake, it's not.
No, it's not. But I mean, it's also not as good in this gen.
I'm gonna look up Zangoose nowadays. Check out its competitive viability and see if I can maybe rock him in my Sun and Moon team.
Let's see what Smogon says.
Ooh, hello, graphical audio glitches there. I think Colonel Sanders learned that from Aipom.
No, it's spreading. Ah.
Alright, well. As soon as I come back out, I've got to start taunting Blissey again, because I really don't want it to keep spamming Minimize. I really can't be dealing with that biz.
Oh, okay, I see. What happens is, you basically put a Toxic Orb on it, and it has the ability Toxic Boost, which gives it 315 base attack power.
Wow. I didn't know about that. Christ.
Jeez.
Okay. Alright. Come on, taunt the big puffy thing.
You mean the tiny little thing?
Keep taunting it.
Oh, Linoon!
Hmm.
That's a pretty lame Pokemon, but it's a normal type, so I guess it's fitting.
I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm glad he's got a lame Pokemon. I'd rather it not be something ridiculously tough.
Yeah, but can Colonel Sanders give you rare candies and nuggets? I don't think so.
Ah, see, there you go. That's actually well, you say that. I don't think Linoon can actually learn pickup. I think it's just Zigzagoon, but that is a great ability, by the by.
Oh yeah, I don't know if that's I don't know. I thought it was Linoon that also had it when it evolved.
I'm not sure, but the fact that your Pokemon can just get super rare and super helpful items for you just from walking around is...
It's super broken.
It's such a nice little thing. When I was younger, I remember I would actually keep a full party. Well, I'd have my main Pokemon and 5 Zigzagoons so I could just blitz everything with all the items I got. Pokemon games surprisingly easy to solo. Alright, so...
Ah, come on.
I know, they do love their healing items in this ROM hack. I can't have a policies to show off all the gym battles, but, you know, until I can get near the end of the game where I can start blitzing everyone with legendaries, the healing items are what'll really drag these things on. Okay, so... let's just try and floor Linoon. Which is a very fun name to say, by the way.
Linoon.
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 And, more Rock Blasts. Can't go wrong with Rock Blasts. Oh, God! Don't give your Pokemon a healing ability on top of your constant healing. Ah! Minimizing!
Oh no.
God! I said it before, I'll say it again. You should be set on fire for doing this.
I mean, rest is kind of garbage unless you have sleep talk on top of that.
Or a Chesto Berry, which immediately wakes you up, so you don't have to worry about the sleep.
That's also true. What I did is I had a Swampert. Well, spoilers, by the way. I had a Swampert with Rest, Sleep Talk, Avalanche, and I can't remember what. I think it was
Surf or Hydro Pump or Water Move, basically.
Yeah, and he had leftovers. So, unless you, like, one-shot him, he basically wouldn't go down.
That sounds radical. I like the sound of that. That's the scurviest of Swamperts.
Very lazy.
Alright, so here's Exploud. I love its gimmick, but I think it's kind of ugly.
I forget what its gimmick is, actually.
It's audio-based, so it's immune to any...
Oh, I thought you meant, like... I thought you meant, like, like, game mechanics.
Oh, no. Essentially, it's just audio-based, so, it's immune to any sound-based moves, and it has the move Hyper Voice, so it can scream at you real good.
Yeah.
But I'm now getting a little bit antsy, because, I don't know if I'm ever gonna hit this stupid Blissey now that it's constantly, constantly boosted its evasion.
It's about the size of a pea at this point.
Yeah, it's essentially, I'm fighting a really, really tiny little pink spot that throws eggs at me occasionally.
Man, the difference between the reversal at next to no HP and half HP is pretty stark.
I know, you really do have to be at low health to, use that move to its fullest. There's another move that's quite similar called, what's it called, Endeavor? It's a move I never actually understood when I played this game, but I had to actually Google what it did. But it reduces the enemy's HP to whatever yours is. So if you're down to 1 HP and use Endeavor, you'll knock your opponent down to 1 HP as well. And then if on your next turn you just use Quick Attack or something, you're guaranteed to take out your opponent before they can take you out. And a lot of people will exploit that to get very, very easy kills with, like, level 1 Rattatas and all that sort of thing. It's really, really cheap, but it works, so, If it works, use it. Play to win. Unless you're using Minimize, in which case you should be lit on fire.
I'll never, ever not enjoy using Double Team. Sorry.
It just against the computer it's fine, just not on people. Never against real people. Oh, it's so crushing.
I will defeat you surely by testing your patience.
Exactly. And you know what? The fact that I actually hit that Blissey was like a 1 in a million chance. I was a little worried this video would go on to like 30 minutes or something. But out of sheer luck, I actually hit that Blissey. And with that...
Yeah, earned that birthday money, huh, Dad?
Boosh. And with that, Rocco is now evolving.
Aw, yeah.
So we're going to run into that aforementioned problem of Rocco going into the box and me now being super underleveled. Hurrah.
Congratulations. You grew up. Now you're just going to the old people's home. For Pokemon.
Slightly disappointing final form.
Congratulations. You now have a soccer ball. Made of rocks.
A rocker ball, if you will. Okay, so what's quite nice of the game is it doesn't leave you bumbling around looking for what you're meant to do next. As soon as this gym battle is wrapped up, I like that they couldn't make the word facade smaller there, he just kind of yelled that. But, you know, the game actually handholds you to your next port of call. Here we are.
Whatever, Dad. Jeez.
Dad, you're officially the worst trainer to fight. I've lost all respect for you, Dad.
Oh no, this is bad. Please don't.
I'm gonna hang out with this cooler dad who gives me stuff.
This dad is even more dad than dad.
Alright, so this is Wally's puppa.
Uncle Wally's dad.
No, wait, what?
If you want your son to beat me, I will take at least 500,000 Poké Dollars made out to me, and yeah.
Are you trying to con me?
Uncle Dad.
Uncle Dad. Okay, so with that, we do have the HM for Surf. We can now go onto any body of water. So this game has opened up in a massive way. Almost overwhelmingly so. So next 3 episodes are just going to be collecting Mons. See you soon.
Get ready for a lot of water.
7.8, too much water.